Well, guys, I'm finally back for good, hopefully. I wanted to make a video just to kind of explain where I've been. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, which is totally understandable. When you see someone just disappear that has been relatively active on their channel for, around a decade or so, obviously you're gonna wonder. Anyways, I believe it was around October 1st is when this whole thing started. So usually around NHL season, I'm getting excited for October. I'm like, oh my gosh, is it October yet? That's the running Twitter hashtag. So I'm ready for October to come and to get started into the new season. And then I'm struck with, well, I guess the first roadblock or whatever you would call it, and apparently my channel was flagged for nudity. So then I had to go through the process of getting my channel back that time. I still had access to my Gmail account, which was a little better, I guess, considering what I'll get into later. I mean, as far as I still kind of felt like I had a little piece of control in my account and things, so it wasn't quite as bad, but it was still very scary on my end. So I go through the, standard procedure, talking to YouTube, getting the channel back, which was a process. It took time. It took validation. Of course, you have to prove, you are who you are and stuff like that. And it was rather frustrating because when you do have your channel taken away like that, you don't have access to creator support. So you basically have to go and rally up the troops if you have anybody that can help you to get the attention of Team YouTube on Twitter. So, I had a lot of amazing support within the hockey YouTube community helping me with that. So eventually, at that time, I got my channel back, and this was around a week ago that I was able to post again, and I felt very, happy. I felt like I kind of got myself back. It was tough, and so then I'm thinking, as we all do, how can I make up this lost time? How can I make up this lost money? What can I do? Because obviously, I was without pay, able to make any money for about a week. So I'm thinking in my head, what do I do? So then I'm brainstorming and I'm looking on, Gmail, and I see the promotions and things that are available. And one of them happened to be a Logitech email, and it looked very professional. It looked very, I guess you'd say, believable. And the video was, there was a video with the message. It was very what you would expect, I guess, from a company like that. Anyway, I made the mistake of, I guess, downloading the promotional video, which let the hacker have access to my Gmail, Dropbox, what have you. So then I'm, maybe 2 days into having my channel back, and I'm looking at, I'd just gotten home and I was just getting cleaned up and getting ready to, sit down and get started with things. It was around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, PM. I sit down and I see on my phone that I have been completely signed out of my Gmail account, which automatically sets off alarm bells. You're just like, what just happened? So then I start, trying to get back in, and I'm like, it is very frightening when you try to recover your password, but yet when you try that, you're automatically just told that the user is being protected from you, and it's due to safety reasons that you're unable to recover your password. So I am going through this ordeal, and I'm just thinking, thinking in my head, you're supposed to protect me. You're supposed to protect me, not the person that hacked my account. No. So then I'm just trying to do anything I can to get the account back. Of course, I, got into Twitter. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. I just got this channel back. I was literally just like, what next? Like, what next? Is there anything else that can happen to me at this point in time? Well, this time it was a lot more difficult, I would say, on the psyche and things, because with this situation, my Gmail account was completely taken away. I had no access to my 2 channels that I have. I have another channel, no access to that either. And it was really tough. You feel like you lost control, like a PC is almost gone. That's how I felt. And that I was just having to sit on the sidelines and just watch everything. Just watch the hacker person do their stream, watch them do the crypto stream that they were running. And losing subscribers. I lost around 900 or so. And I mean, I know I'll get them back, right? But it was very tough. My hands were tied and I had to sit basically on the sidelines. It's kind of like if someone were to come into your house and they were to just storm in and take your house, but yet you're handcuffed and you can't do anything, and they're just like taking everything that's yours, and they're taking everything that's valuable from you, and they're just storming out the door, and you're literally just powerless, and you just have to sit there and you have to watch. And that's pretty much where I was at. It was pretty tough mentally. But anyways, so I went through again. I'm like, hey guys, I'm back. Kind of like Brad Marchand used to do with George Peros, getting suspended all the time. It's like, hey, you remember me, right? So here I am again, coming back to YouTube, hey, help, I need help, my channel's hacked, and YouTube support and all this. So we go through the process and I email back and forth, and you know what, they were great. They were great. I have no complaints as far as the support team that I talk to. It's just so scary. And, if you have a YouTube account, even a Gmail account, I would really encourage you to do the two-step verification, because I guess I did not have that set up, and I was just being, blissfully unaware, as we all, I guess, would say. And I wasn't aware that things like this really could happen, because you might hear about it, or you might encounter maybe someone that I guess it happened to on the web, but you never think, like a lot of tragedies and a lot of accidents, we just never think, oh my gosh, it could really happen to me. It could happen to me. And so it did. I will never be able to understand how someone could do that to another person. I guess it's easier when you just don't know the person. It might be like, it's not like you're just like the person is face to face with you and you're doing something to them. It might not be as tough, but still, I will never understand it myself, but you know what? We live and we learn, right? So now, it's kind of like, where do you go from here? Obviously, the algorithm for me is kind of shot right now, so it's just kind of rebuilding. It's getting back. It's, square one. You restart and finding, your footing again. But I will say that you can find more of your resilience in yourself when you're going through things like this. I completely lost half a month of regular earnings from YouTube. So obviously I'm going to be working, I'm going to be uploading content, but I never really did the whole membership thing. So if you would like to support me and help me obviously get back to where I was sort of financially, feel free. I'll have links below on that. There'll be like different tiers and different stuff you'll get from me. I'm actually going to get into doing like the live stream thing with, people that are interested in doing that with the membership perks and also Patreon. So links to Patreon will be available below as well. And, if you don't want to get into something like that, I completely understand. There's also the option, there's just the PayPal option, just straight, if you don't want any of that, you're just like, you know what, I want to help you out, but I don't want to sign up for this commitment stuff. PayPal will also be below, and hey, if you can't financially help me, I totally understand. I totally get it. These are pressing times, as they usually are. So if you can't, just please subscribe. Try to get the word out there, and try to help me get the videos maybe more back in the algorithm that are uploading, and the newer videos. But anyways, if you can take one thing from this, and I love to kind of, when I go through things, try to help people, where I can, because it's like, you think, well, obviously I had to go through this for a reason, right? There's other than the lesson learned, there's something that has to come out of this. And for me, I just want to say that always have that two-step verification on, and never, ever, ever open emails with attached files. No matter who they are, what they say, if they're attached and they want you to download them to your PC. If they're just attached and they're like the standard PDF, PNG, what have you, that's just within the email itself, okay, like that's fine. But if they have a compressed file and they want you to download that to your computer, do not do it. Don't trust it. No matter who they are, no matter what they say, they could be scheming as a big company. And I have Logitech mouse. I use Logitech products. And this person was scheming. They were kind of, I guess you would say, twinning, and they sold it very well to me. I may seem rather oblivious for this happening, but usually I'm very on guard. But obviously with my situation and with things that have happened, I was a little bit more desperate on the financial side. But anyways, I'm so glad to be back, guys, and I know I've rambled, but I just really appreciate all the support, everything that the hockey community has just done for me over this time. you never know who has your back until you're there, you know, and you're in the thick of it. You never really know, but then once you are and you realize that there are, you know, all these people out there that really care about you and care about your success, it just means so much. It touches the heart. So anyways, I will be uploading much more content, and again, if you'd like to support me, links and information will be below. And let's go Pens, and hopefully you're able to watch a lot of hockey as well.